Everybody's Invicta. Time for another Eden run here. The Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. Hope you all had a great Thursday. We have a couple videos that are very close to 3,000 likes from earlier this week, so definitely go check those out if you'd like to support the channel. And again, it makes a big difference for those of you who do go back and make the effort to just click the like button. You don't even have to watch the videos. I really appreciate that. It does help the channel in a huge way. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, I hope you're starting off to a great start on this Thursday. It's pretty outside, man. For November, it is like beautiful outside. It's crazy. So here's your meme of the day / artwork of the day. I mean, I know we're not in October anymore, but this one just caught my eye a few days ago and I forgot to post it for the carvings. This one with title thread here posted by Mighty Squatch 79 said my yearly carving, and I think this one came out awesome. Awesome. Again, I know that I'm posting this a little bit later after Halloween, but I just wanted to acknowledge this one because man, that looks so freaking good. It looks just like the emote, but also like looks just like it could have come from the game. Like if Ed decided to do like a Halloween themed like run, that would be pretty cool, and I could definitely see something like that in there. D-Day is going to be Victor Quebec, Charlie Zulu, Victor Yankee, Mike Golf. There we go. We're starting with one key. Ugh, this shot speed's pretty bad, although we do have Toxic Shock, and you know our damage is not the greatest. It would be nice if we had a little bit of a head start from damage wise because of Toxic Shock being able to basically take out most small mobs in the room. Now, the burning Claudies are different, obviously, because they just have so much health when they're on fire. But, like smaller mobs like spiders, flies, dips, that sort of stuff will not be too much trouble. We can take Regault Lullaby, I guess. I mean, we don't have any followers, so I'm not going to take Lack of Energy. Our shot speed is already pathetic, so I don't really want to. And also, you know, Lack of Energy is it's a tier effect that is situationally good depending on what your other tier effects are, right? Like if you have like Death's Touch or if you have even Brimstone, Lack of Energy can be very, very, very good, but most of the time it's not worth, in my opinion, it's not worth the massive, massive shot speed down yet. Okay. Thank you, game. I appreciate another like trinket and stuff, but like if we could just get something other than a trinket, that'd be good out of a golden chest. That'd be cool. Thank you for the key back, by the way. But you just saw what Toxic Shock just did to that room there, and you know, and what's so nice about Toxic Shock as well is that if you kill something with it, or something that has been infected by the, I guess, poison, if you want to call it that, it will leave a little mysterious liquid below, like the little creep trail underneath it, and that's also very effective at taking out stuff like egglets. You know, patrolling dips, other spiders, that sort of stuff. So it's very, very useful on a multitude of levels in the early game, especially to keep you safe. Look at that. I mean, we didn't even touch, you know, we didn't even touch half of this room with any tiers, and they're already dead. I mean, it's beautiful. Ooh. Hey, look, we got back. We did get over 555 again. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bomb this early on. We can't not take the more options here. We just can't. It is way too valuable here because what this is going to do is going to allow us to have two item pedestals in the item rooms. Starting from floor 1, that's incredible. So super secret room is either there or there. I'm pretty sure it's there. It's hard to tell. You know it's not there because both of these rocks, as you see, these rock walls here, they line the exterior walls, meaning that they can't possibly spawn there. I guess the super secret room could also be there and there, but this is a little bit less likely of a room. And once again, we get ourselves an orbital. Duper duper. It's really great. Now, obviously, what I was hoping for was actually a red heart upgrade, so we could use the potato peeler and up our base damage. The higher our base damage, the more damage that Toxic Shock is going to do. And that's essentially what we want. Again, you know, even with doo-doo damage right now with 2.93, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great either. Anything below 3, you're kind of sad. So, and you're seeing the little flies here. You see the tiny little puddles of creep after we kill stuff. I'm pretty sure that because we infected Famine. Or if it might just actually just be a product of just having Toxic Shock. But they are, you know, even though they're like being spawned by famine, since he's infected, they're also going to be infected from him. Or again, it could just be a product of toxic shock. Just everything leaves a little creep, something like that. I choose to believe the former just because it's a little bit cooler. I reject your reality and substitute my own, I think is what someone said. It was Adam Savage is the first time I heard of that. But it's probably a famous quote, I don't know. And you're seeing here our effective range is being severely handicapped by our bad shot speed. So we get Cuban meat, and yeah, let's see if more options pay off. All right, here we go. So obviously we don't have anything to worry about in terms of our devil deal because we have no red hearts to lose. I cannot believe that spider was thrown directly on top of us. But the downside obviously is that we don't have any sort of way to get a devil deal. I mean, to take a devil deal item, unless if it's 9 lives or the pact or something, or some Nycta robes. So obviously we're going to be fishing for petrified poop here, which is, again, one of those useful early game trinkets that you can get that will, it just makes things easier. That's the thing. You're always looking to unlock or acquire things that are going to be easier in the game, whether it be through unlocks or going through challenges or achievements. The stuff like that, especially, you know, think of it kind of like trading cards in a way, right? I can always relate stuff to Pokemon cards. Think of it like Pokemon cards or any TCG. You know, you start off with a basic deck. That's kind of like how when you first install Rebirth or Repentance or whatever expansion you're coming from, and you have a basic deck of items. Yeah, these are both terrible. I guess how to jump, but that's only for the bookworm touch basically, because I still think potato peeler might be useful. Yeah, so think of it like that. You start off with a basic deck. You know, you have just the base set of items that Isaac gives you. And then you slowly start to add more and more to your deck. That's kind of how unlocks work in Isaac. You know, to make things better. Like, obviously you want a stronger deck so you can beat stronger like opponents and make things easier for you on the sort of like remedial opponents. And that's a weird way, but in my opinion, it's an accurate way to describe how unlocks work. Look at the damage there from Toxic Shock. Mysterious Liquid absolutely wrecked Widow. And what's funny is that every time she kills one of her ads, she causes a little Toxic Shock pool there. I don't like this angle. Yep. I called it. I call it. This spider over here was going to make us dodge downward, and Widow was going to do her super jump. Amazingly, we do get PJs, which do give us a lot of HP, and that is one of the worst devil deals I think I've ever seen. So, yeah. Eat. All right. All right. Those of you wondering how come I didn't go in the store, in my opinion, just was not worth the key. We don't have enough money to do anything. Book of Shadows is way, way, way better than Potato Peeler. All right, so we get Bookworm out of that, which is great. Bookworm, of course, is going to give us the double shot or the 20/20 shot every now and then. I don't know if the Bookworm proc is based on our luck or not, but the meter to that Book of Shadows seemed like it lasted for a very long time. Great block right there by Cuban Meat. I was not expecting the flying anus monster to be shooting that fast. And speaking of flying anus monsters, we're going to take a look at last week's question of the episode, where I simply asked, what is your take on music? Share your favorite bands or someone that you think someone else may like. Non-Isaac related questions, but hey, you know what? It's my rules, my restaurant. I can make the menu however I want. You finally get some movement speed. And it doesn't always have to be Isaac related, you know. I think that switching it up every now and then, especially if there's like not anything really impressive about a run, I think it's cool. We can still engage and talk and, you know, continue to grow the community. And the most upvoted comment came in From King Sims 3832 said, bands I like, I Prevail. Artists alone that I like, Michael Jackson. I mean, I'm right there with you. Ooh. Man, Sharp Straw, Sharp Strizzle, and also Toxic Shock. We can nuke rooms if we get our base damage up. So now the most important stat outside of HP is now going to be our base damage. And that's pretty incredible if we end up getting enough damage to not only nuke stuff with Sharp Straw, but also with Toxic Shock. Oh, baby, look at that. Beautiful. I am going to go into the shop, and yeah, we'll take starter deck. Get holy card. Wait, was that a double item room? Oh, no. That was Book of Shadows. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Would love to get enough money if possible to get that Soul Heart. 1 cent short. Yeah, as much as I like the Book of Shadows, this is just too good. Sharp Straw, and I'm gonna go for the guarantee money here. Sharp Straw and Toxic Shock is just, it's too powerful to pass up, especially if we end up getting some red hearts, maybe even getting D-Bizzle, something like that. Yeah, it's just too good. The starter deck is going to replace all pills with cards, and it's also going to allow us to take 2 tarot cards and 2 runes for the price of none. Now, what I will say, this is not a good matchup for us here with Rag Mega and this pathetic amount of shot speed, because he does move around quite a lot, and also getting your shots to the target is very, very important. It also doesn't help that our movement speed is, kind of bad. If I had a bomb, this would have already been over. There we go. Sharp Straw doing the work for us. We ended up not taking any damage thanks to the Holy Mantle. Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? And we did not get a double deal. We did get a Red Heart upgrade, which is fine. We should, with this amount of HP, we should go check the Curse Room. Still doing okay on time right now. Well, it's a little bit slow. But with Sharp Straw and Toxic Shock, we should be able to pick up the pace here. Okay, Contract from Below is acceptable. Ooh, that's good. Okay, so we have the Dice Shard, which is going to give us the D6 and the D20 effect as well. Regular Secret Room's right there, by the way, but we don't have any bombs. So yeah, this is, I'm liking this. This is a really, really good combo here. It's not something that you see all that often in these Eden runs. Second most upvoted comment from last week's episode came in from TJ Steele 9537. And give me a second here because this room's a little bit messy. TJ said, as much as I do enjoy regular mainstream music, I really love parodies, like Weird Al Yankovic style. My recent favorite person who does this is Rolling Blue. So on TikTok, apparently. So person/TikToker. Never heard that. I don't actually have a TikTok. It would probably be better for what I do for my work to get a TikTok, but when am I ever going to make a TikTok video? Like, I'm not, I don't know. I'm going to go into the Curse Room here. I do have friends, obviously, who have, huge TikTok followings and stuff. I don't know. I just never cared to make it because it's not my platform, And then last but not least, our third most upvoted comment came in from Jacob 536, also part of the Twitch Mosh Pit. And Jacob said, music is a huge part of my life. If I can have something playing, I will. My recent obsession has been August Burns Red. My all-time favorite is Muse. If you haven't listened to either of these groups, you're missing out. And I love August Burns Red. They have a these item rooms have been just absolute garbage. August Burns Red is great, consistently one of my favorite bands, but as far as like including Muse in there, like Muse is like just like I love ABR, don't get me wrong, but Muse is one of my favorite all-time groups. And I've talked about this before on other videos. Like Muse is one of those bands where like I didn't realize that I was a fan of them until I realized how many songs of them I liked. I really, really dug. Even for like episode 4 of the Word of Law, my PvP series back in the day, I used a Muse song. And that was, again, before I realized, I was like, oh my God, like I'm a huge Muse fan. That is one of the bands I would love to see live. They've been around for a long time too, like 20 years or something. So, yeah, Muse is good stuff. I love me some Muse. So yeah, thank you all very much for the comments. You know, like non-Isaac questions every now and then here and there, I think is fine. But now I don't think. Oh yeah, we don't have a key. Silly me. We also don't have any money, so. I think non-Isaac questions is fine here and there. I don't want to overdo them, but you know, if there's not really anything interesting to talk about, there's always something interesting to talk about, just maybe not Isaac related. We get a key here. I have a feeling it's gonna be a greed fight, but this is doo-doo damage right here. I know it doesn't look like it's doo-doo damage, but you got to think about our base damage. Just imagine how much stronger we would be if we were able to deal even double the amount of damage that we're dealing right now. This is not good. A really bad bounce there from Gertie. What a block. You got to give me some credit on that. Another HP upgrade. Neat. And Gimpy and the quarter. Gimpy and the quarter. No. We cannot take either. Not worth the HP. And wow. Looking rough. By the way, not saying that Gimpy isn't worth it, but we had a reroll for a Devil Deal, and we had to go for the Gusto. Gimpy's absolutely worth it, but that represents another Devil Deal item that we could get for something better. I don't know if you noticed or not right now, but we haven't had any stat upgrades other than movement speed for this entire run. So, yeah. Not saying, I mean, it doesn't look like a struggle bus, but again, from Monday's episode, it certainly has the symptoms of a struggle bus. We are getting carried right now by this combo, and that is solely it. So, I mean, you know, desperate measures call for desperate times, and you know, and usually the vice versa of that. But you know what? We'll stick with it. Love how randomly my brain just reverses stuff. I do not feel like fighting Chubb here. Not that Chubb is dangerous, but again, you're talking about a run that has just nothing going for it right now, other than this, you know, strange combo that we've got. We got to pick and choose our battles here, because we are not going to get carried by our DPS. We have to take the tiers up. There's no way that we get rid of Sharp Straw is irreplaceable at this point. We finally get a decent tiers up here from Apple, and this is also going to shoot out the Razor Blades based on our luck stat, and those Razor Blades do deal double damage. Unfortunately, double damage does not apply to Sharp Straw or Toxic Shock. Now, there's one item in the shop that would greatly benefit us right now, and you could probably guess which one it is, but if you don't know which one I'm talking about, that's Red Stew. Red Stew would be immensely huge for us. And now that we have the Queen of Hearts, we definitely have to play the Sacrum here. That's just going to have to happen, because we can no longer rely on Devil Deals here. Now that we're on floor 5, we're not desperation mode yet, but we're in big time plays mode here. You can see just the lack of damage on being unable to kill things and also keep Isaac safe is going to start piling up real quick, especially when we're getting dealt full hearts of damage. Get another HP upgrade, so hopefully that takes it out of the boss room. Ouch. Yeah, this is not good. But the way that the enemy health is going to be scaling here, it's only going to be a matter of time, and they're already outscaling the damage that Toxic Shock and Sharp Straw can deal. So this is starting to get into dangerous territory if we don't get some help soon. This floor is pivotal. Floor 5 here is absolutely crucial for us. And the problem is that we don't even have the movement speed for me to use Cube of Meat offensively. Dora's box is going to give us 4 soul hearts, which we may have to take. Not going to be there. I'm just on for money. Okay. Yeah, I mean, 15 cents for 4 soul hearts. No way I can pass that up. I would have loved to have held on to that until womb 1, but we just can't. We cannot. Chariot and Devil Card is going to be pretty good for the boss. Whoever that's going to be, hopefully it's not Gish. We almost had a chance to do boss rush, but at a certain point, boss rush becomes less desirable because we have to focus on just getting through a level. I mean, Monstro 2, so yeah, this is great for us. And immediately use the Devil Card. Chariot Card is going to turn us into a statue that gives us a massive amount of tears up and does a quick work against Monstro, and we do get a damage up. So yeah, so that's great. Now, one thing I will say is that some people will say, well, you should play the sacrifice room first. It's not necessarily the right call right now, just because of our lack of DPS and not knowing who the boss is. Like, it could have been Bloat, and that would have been really bad. But obviously, with the Devil Card and the reverse Chariot, we're fine on that. We also need to think about Devil Deal HP. So yeah, I need to get my. Well, let's tap the sac room first, and then we'll go back and get the Queen of Hearts. There is a world where we don't have to use the Queen of Hearts on this floor because we have so much red hearts thanks to Sharp Straw. Get a decent amount of money there. 33% chance to teleport to the angel room, and we go nowhere. 33% chance for an angel item. Random, quote, random angel deal item, which is going to be redemption. 7 troll bombs. We're going to walk out, walk back in. Maybe we can kill Uriel, I guess. Maybe we'll get a reroll. You never know. We get soul hearts. So yeah, there you go. Not too bad. Not too bad. And this time, in this way, we preserve the Queen of Hearts in case if we get this opportunity to do it again, assuming that we have at least 2 red heart containers or higher, we're going to be able to just do that over. And this year has honestly been the year of the sacrifice room. It's been a revolution in sacrifice room plays. I think that sac rooms are exceedingly valuable. The boomerang cannot get us chests, so at least I don't think it can. Can it? I don't want to use 10 cents and 2 keys, even if it does get us there. So super secret room might be here. It is. Yeah, that's fine. Trying to maximize our a chance to get an extra soul heart or 2 would be nice. All right. And with that, we'll head on down to the next floor. Yeah. Curse the Maze. I don't want to jinx it, but I don't think I've coughed in this episode yet. And no, I haven't seen I've not gotten to see the ENT yet, but I did start using that, the benzocaine and the menthol spray. I'm probably gonna use that before every recording for now. Look at that, we do get another sacrifice room. Didn't even notice the map, so that's good. So that it seems to work a little bit better than Honey's, which is, I think I said that even yesterday. So I'm not trying to jinx it. Stars card's pretty nice here. This will allow us to get out of a challenge room. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Toxic Shock has been the absolute MVP in this run so far. Sharp Straw was just a bonus for us, but Toxic Shock has been just doing work. There we go. Okay, there is just nothing in here. Yeah, it's about time, Contract from Below. I feel like we haven't seen monster payout from you in a while. All right, so there's the entire southeast of the map, everybody. Used to curse the maze. Now we can go over here and do it all again. We realized this was a champion here. So you see the little pools of mysterious liquid there. Pretty much is very effective at taking out the egglets. The eggies. Whoop to whoop. Yeah, this does nothing for us. So I'll touch Book of the Dead, I guess, just so it doesn't show up in a future library. By the way, the reason why I didn't use the stars card is because there wasn't a challenge room for me to really use it in. We can't get into the boss trap room. I guess the secret room could technically be in there. Which if that's the case, I'm gonna just go back and grab the Fool card. There you go. There you go. Look at that creep damage, man. That's so good. Okay, so it was located next to the boss trap room. I didn't think it would be. But this is no big deal. We can go in and grab the Fool card to get out of the boss trap room. Actually, no, we can't. Since this is a greed fight, we actually can't get in there, so never mind. Just kidding on that. All right, here we go again. Sack room plays. The year of the sack room is upon us. Big time plays. Probably should have picked up that soul heart. And I mean, at the very least, we're setting ourselves up for another. I guess I could have and probably should have gone into the boss trap room while I was at 1 HP. But at least we are setting ourselves up for another sack room play on the next floor. I mean, these sack rooms have not really given us anything, but it's a thought that counts, you know. I'll definitely take my stars card, and the Queen of Hearts. I think we still have to hold on to. At this point, it's very clear that we're just not going to get an angel deal. Angel deal item, I mean. So it means that we essentially just going to have to play more and more sack rooms. So Mom shouldn't be too painful here with, especially regular Mom, with the Sharp Straw. What is going to be annoying are the ads. And this really just shows you how reliant we are on Sharp Straw and serious or toxic shock right now. Thank God we got sharp straw too, man. Like, I mean, toxic shock is great, but it's not great for bosses. That, again, I stress to you, imagine how much further along we would be in this run if we had higher base damage. Nice block there by Bone Spurs. Gonna go Polaroid. I know we just got done talking about how we don't have any base damage, but again, this is not a run that I can really truly believe will improve that much at this point. There we go. Look at that. We got full soul hearts. Would you look at that? All right, we're looking for a sack room on the next floor. Because here's the thing, right? If we took the negative, yes, we do gain like 1.3 or 1.2, something like that damage. But that is not worth risking going down to Shoal and fighting Lamb in a run that has seen literally 1 damage up and 1 tears up. That is it, and a speed up. Sorry. There we go. Just conga line all the Globins in there. So sack room, sack room, sack room. We call upon you to deliver us something. No idea what just hit me there. There you go. And it's in your best interest to use the sharp straw as soon as you get into the room, if you have this combo, just because there are the way that the dot works with toxic shock is that it only applies. Well, that was a great deflection by the soul. It only really applies to the first like 3 seconds or so of a room, and then that's that. So you want to try to inflict as much damage as possible at the gate, so enemies just can't do anything against you. Another Justice card, reverse Curse the Tower, or reverse Tower card. I mean, reverse Stars card. Now the reverse Stars card will take away options, and that's totally useless to us now. So if we can get into the Devil Deal or find the secret room, yeah, let's take the reverse Stars card here. Our tiers changed, by the way, because we picked up Flatworm. You really, going back to what I was saying though, you really want to front load your damage when it comes to Sharp Straw. And just blast everything out of existence as fast as possible. Because the longer that you're in a room, obviously, the less effective that Toxic Shock is, because it disappears after like 3 seconds. So, I'm gonna try to combo that damage as much as possible. And there's some Yaves here, and we're looking okay. We're still not in like a great shape situation, but we're getting better. We've definitely improved. We just need damage. I mean, that's really all it is. It just comes down to damage. I have no idea where the secret room is right now. Hand was not on the keyboard. I was scratching my neck. Yeah, where the heck were you in that whole exchange there, Soul? I saw that one deflection and that was it. Oh, I can't believe the secret room's not there. Secret room is normally, I'd say that's like a 70% wall right there to the south. With this setup, that's really surprising that the secret room's not there. Really, really surprising. And so the quest for our secret room continues, everybody. know what that means? The game is going to make us do a full clear just to look for the secret room. Yep. Never mind. Okay, so we're going to use the stars card. It's going to get rid of options, which again is completely useless for us because we have no more item rooms. Okay, so we're just going to head on over to the boss. We'll get our teleport cards. Gonna go grab the Hermit card. This is the Hermit card's redemption after Monday's troll. And let's see, maybe, I don't know. Kind of over this level at this point. We should try to find the sacrifice room if there is one, but this is why having the compass would have been very nice. For a multitude of reasons. Nice slow deflect. Well, I take that back. It would have been a nice little deflection by the soul. Bro. Yeah, and right there, we get another HP upgrade. And also soul locket. Yeah, we got a tears up, slight tears up, and slight movement speed up. A tears up and a shot speed up. I'm not, it's not worth it. We'll try on the next floor. The Mama Gertie fight is a perfect example of why I don't trust this run. Hang on now. We're gonna get Spin Dizzle. And we also get the compass anyway. 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 That's 2, and then we get consolation prize. Okay. So that was 30 cents very well spent. I'm not passing up the compass. I'm not passing. Well, consolation prize is going to give us a freaking range up, which... Backstabber for the straw, and Revelation's pretty good. Revelation and Backstabber, yes please. And there's no sacrifice room. So we know that we can now go down to Polar Invincibility. Go to 20 cents. We don't really... Okay. Okay, so now we have flying with Now we have flying with Revelation. And that's pretty good. Now, that being said, our damage is still doo-doo. But thanks to our tier effects and Revelation, of course, we're going to be able to... We're going to be able to be okay, I think, now. But what I was saying before that arcade there was that the Mama Gertie fight exemplified what I was talking about. In that, you know, you might... Like, some people may be like... You're like, dude, what's the problem? You have full HP. I mean, you're fine. Like, why not go for blah, blah, blah? Why not go for this? Why not go for that? And then you see us take so much damage against Mama Gertie, a relatively easy boss, just because of the lack of damage. The longer that you're in a room, the more chance it is that you're going to take damage from something, especially a boss that's so random like Mama Gertie. And we got nuked for 3 or 4 soul hearts in one room. And that is why it was not, in my opinion, worth it to go for the negative and possibly go fight Lamb. But now, of course, we're fine. One of those hindsighty moments. See, you could have gone to Lamb. Yeah, if we went to Lamb, you know, would we have decided to play an arcade? I don't know. You never know. That's the thing about Isaac is that, again, the seeds at the beginning. Seeds at the beginning of the episodes are there for a reason. You know, trying to make people, you know, it gives you incentive to play the seed and say, you know what? Let's see what else. If you want to go find out what would have happened, maybe, you know, or at least have an idea, because like you never know what I would have done if we gone a different path, and that's why Isaac is so unique is that you can play it a million times and never play the same run. That's why we like it. All right, so we have no sacrifice room again. Wow. Revelation Backstabber just blasted Black Widow there. And that is the power of Backstab. Yeah, that blorb ended up bleeding out, which is ironic because obviously it's a ghost. So there's really no play that we can do right now with spin down until we get to the chest. I mean, it's not impossible to see an item pedestal inside of the cathedral, but it's unlikely. Unless there's a sack room, which, you know, the sacrifice room's tried. I still think it is the year of the sack room. It just didn't come to fruition in this run. Big time damage there with Backstabber, but even despite all that, Isaac's health barely moved. And went for a full spread of Backstabber there with Revelation. Another couple of great deflections there. Well, spoke too soon on that. This is why having polar invincibility is so important. But again, even against Isaac, who is a relatively difficult boss, we're still taking lots of damage. I think we are going to have to go back. We are going to have to go back and pick up some red hearts, just because, again, I do not trust what we've got going on here. Even with Revelation Backstabber, we can very easily get yeeted out of this run if we're not careful. We could go into the curse room and then use the hermit card out, but I'm going to allow, let's curse the maze, by the way. I'm going to allow the hermit card to try to get a redemption arc going. So hermit card, you've done us dirty the last time, but you've also helped us out greatly in the past. And we are once again relying upon you to do the same here. There's darkness. Here we go with spin down. Not gonna do an R key. Not today. Wow, all of these items are great. And we get an R key here, but again, I'm not going to use it, and we've gone the wrong way. Okay. It was earlier on in the episode for sure, but I don't want to overdo it with the voice. All right, so hermit cards have ultimately failed. Betrayal turns into Seraphim. This turns into the Eraser. All right. Our key could turn into Purgatory in 2 rolls. It's so weird how sometimes Revelation just decides to shoot diagonally like that. And like it can't decide on which direction you were hitting at the time, so it just says, oh, you know what? We'll just combine them. First Sun card, which will give us some more damage for the floor. Again, can turn into Purgatory. Yeah, we'll take Purgatory. And we'll take, yeah, why not? We'll take Marbles. Okay. You know what? Shout out to Flatworm. We didn't really need the Spectral Tears, but you know what? You were there. Part of the team. This has been a team effort today. Lord knows the game was not on our side. We had to make all the plays in this run. You know, it wasn't the game that gave us the arcade and enough money to play with. Yeah, Sagittarius, we're gonna get movement speed, piercing shots right at the very end of the run. This was a self-made run. Now think about how many HP upgrades we gotten on this run. Think about how many non-damage upgrades we got until we got Glass Eye. And you know, we played the sack room for very minimal gain. And it was ultimately the spin down die that put us over the edge here for keeping us safe. The backstabber and everything. There we go. Look at that. Look at the increased damage. Now that's what you would expect from Sharp Straw and from Toxic Shock. That's what like semi-okay damage in the early game looks like with that combo. We didn't quite get there this time, but it was it wasn't a full struggle bus. It was like a struggle. It was like a struggle skateboard. Yeah, let's say it's a struggle skateboard. So it's not quite a bus. Definitely something that you can do on your own, but you just got to be careful. That's a struggle skateboard. So thank you for watching, everyone. We are going to get the big dub here. It was rough, man. Like, despite how much HP we had, you know, you saw against Isaac, you saw against Mama Gertie, just how fragile this build really was. And you know, we got hamstrung by lack of upgrades and stuff. But we still pulled away. And we made it happen. And again, that's just recognizing an amazing combo and just sticking with it. That synergy there it's going to carry you. You're going to be fine. So thank you for watching, everyone. Your question of the episode is going to be, what did you think of the Toxic Straw combo? Is it a combo you've ever seen before? Is it one you've ever used? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember, the top 3 most upvoted comments will be right on next week's episode. And have a great Thursday, everybody. Thank you all for so much support. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Asher, Ashley Keaton, and Medic Wolf. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta. We made it without a single cough. It's a miracle.